everyone. Welcome to the Hall Family Wines Happy Hour, a very special edition. I'm joined here with, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
And hello, Jeff.
Hello, Catherine.
All three of us on at once. We wish you a very happy holidays. We're sitting here at St. Helena at the winery, right in the middle of our tank room where a lot of the magic happens, but we're going to bring you a little magic from 2021, going through some of our favorite memories and clips from our happy hours over the course of the year.
It is amazing to sit together, by the way. We've been together over the past year as things opened up, but really to do a show to close out the year, even though we do have one more, it's fun to finally actually be able to sit and have a glass.
So fun.
It totally is. And so many nice memories.
Oh, so many wonderful memories. I mean, from the athletes to actors to musicians to magicians that we met with, just incredible people that were able to come into our lives and also be able to come into your lives. When we started, we did this at the beginning of the pandemic when many of us had very little going on. So we loved being a joyful part of your day, and it certainly brought us a lot of joy too.
And I think many of you asked questions over a lot of the shows, and that made it really special, not only for us, but also for our guests. So
who just kept coming. And it was amazing that, as things came, back on and we started to do more things in person, it was fun to see that we still had interest in these actors and actresses and musicians and athletes. It was really a lot of fun.
So true.
So true.
And many fabulous actors. So I don't know, what was your favorite?
Oh, goodness. I was lucky to be with so many great actors. I'd say one of my favorites was definitely Justin, Wilmer. He was a magician. Willie Garson was probably one of my favorites. He's the now late actor from Sex and the City, who was just such a special and talented individual, but just made everyone laugh and such a joy to talk with.
It's like you're starstruck a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can just remember Chris Redd, and I was so geeked up for that show to interview Chris Redd on Saturday Night Live and to listen to him talk about how he created an Emmy. I mean, just killer.
What about your favorite actors that you spoke with?
Oh my gosh, I had so many favorites. So I have to say, Schitt's Creek was just wonderful, having the cast of Schitt's Creek on.
Yes.
Having Tina Fey, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Oh golly, just Martin Short.
Martin Short
twice.
Yes. Yep.
He was so cool and so fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, the list is so long. I know we have a clip here we can show from some of the actors that we hosted. I think they're all people that I was lucky enough to speak with. I'm going to pass it through the magic of the internet. Okay. See if you can get it. And yay!
I think we nailed that.
I think we nailed that too. I think that deserves a cheers.
Yes, sure. Absolutely. Hold on, I need to pour a little in my glass.
Yeah, I'll pour myself. I have a little bit, but I'm going to pour myself a little bit more too.
I mean, I started out doing theater, and I will always love it. I will always want to go back to it just because it's kind of like this good for the soul medium for acting. But I will say, my first film with Tom Hanks, That Thing You Do, it was such a huge experience. It was such a great dream come true experience. And
I just loved movies, and I loved this idea of telling a story and being a different character. And when I was growing up, there was like a video store by where I lived, and this, I was kind of on the outskirts of Dallas for
like a Blockbuster.
It was actually, there was a Blockbuster, obviously.
Thank you in person. I don't want to say for getting me through this past year, because that sounds like I might have a problem, but I've certainly relied on your skills, and the Hall Cabernet in particular has been a special treat for me over this time.
If you weren't an actress, what would you do as your career?
I would be unemployed. Honestly, I have no other skill set. I mean, you could pay me to drink your wine all day, but I mean, honestly, I don't have any other skills. I don't. I really don't.
I mean, I'll be politically correct and say I probably would want to be Carrie. Carrie seems like the most... I mean, it's hard. I'm best friends with her. My character's best friends with her. It's hard to not say Carrie.
That's true. And she is like the star of the show, so that makes sense.
Samantha might have more fun, but I think I'm more.
That's a special one.
That was a special one, and reliving those clips, I mean, those are some of my favorite moments of the last 2 years. So,
and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I mean, what a stitch. And she has no special talents. I mean, really?
Yes, right?
I don't believe that one.
Totally amazing. You know, I actually also really enjoyed our athletes that we had on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just so much fun. I mean, I had Justin Gatlin preparing for the Olympics, and then Bruce Bochy. You know, you're the one
my
who had most of
manager. Yeah.
You had most of that.
I did. It was fun to talk. It was amazing how many athletes are big fans of wine, and they asked some of the best questions, actually, I thought, specifically, you know, Spencer Pacey. So I actually put together a little clip of all the athletes that we had on while we were here.
Me, this is be perfect for, like, you know, my day-to-day wine habit, you know, having a glass or two before bed.
Thing about the beach volleyball circuit, there's an ebb and flow in that everyone's very serious and very professional leading up to tournaments, but as soon as it's over, we're all friends off the court. We all just want to enjoy the life that we live and the traveling and the competing or whatever it is. So
I'm not a big drink a lot and try to forget the game kind of guy. I'm more of have a neat glass of whiskey and then have a meal, and then on the plane maybe a little bit more and dig into the advanced work.
Cheers. I see you got the O in the background. So I was saying, like, I think I can always, my brain is trained to spot the O anywhere. Like when I'm like driving on the street and I see it, I'm just like, oh, I think I know that person.
Yeah, boom.
You don't know that person.
Yeah, so when I first came up into the big leagues and you face guys that are so elite, they can put the ball wherever they want it. They can throw incredible breaking pitches, change-ups, fastballs, whatever. They're amazing. And I had to kind of zone in and look for my pitch.
'Cause I would say, like, if I had to pick one kind of wine, probably it's, you know, it would be like the Zin, the super thick. Oh, yeah. So I like the Pinot when I'm not trying to get crazy, but I do like the Pinot that's a little more, you know, a little thicker.
Man, so if I'm gonna go wine taste, I'm going wine drinking. There is no spitting out. Like, I'm not gonna do it and swish it around, but I'm drinking. And so I don't know. Like, I know you're supposed to taste like some leather in there. Sometimes it's like an oak barrel. You're supposed to be able to taste some of these things or smell. So that's not me.
Oh my gosh, watching that and then watching the huge smiles on your face, Jeff, was so worth it. I could just tell you're a huge sports fan.
Yeah, I mean, to meet some of, you know, the athletes that you've been following and celebrating for decades, it was a lot of fun. And then Barry Zito, obviously, to bring in not only, you know, as great as he was as a pitcher, but then now as a musician, you know, that really started to tie together two themes that we had.
Yeah, we had a lot of fabulous musicians on. But I have to say, back on the athletes, I thought that the way they answered the questions, you said they're very thoughtful. Yeah. They were also so direct.
Yeah.
I just love that athletes are just, there's no facade there.
No facade. They're very real and honest.
Yeah.
I love
straight shooters, right?
Yes.
Easy people to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, they're great.
No, but the music, I mean, Barry Zito's music was so fun. I got to talk with Cam, the artist, and listening to her perform was so fun. I know we all talked about this before, but sitting there while someone performs for you is a really unusual experience.
It was fabulous. And I had entertainers from Broadway to the symphony to country western. Yeah. I mean, I just had so many fabulous, all of us had so many fabulous musical moments. And we have a clip here to share with you.
I got the goods, you got the time. I got the moon, you got the shine. I got the bag, you got the beat. Got the solid gold country 33 on the beat. All night, get to living, feeling all right. Dancing at the gentleman.
You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. Y'all come and get it. Yeah, 5 more minutes. 16 at 12:03, standing at her front door. Katie's dad said midnight, just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kiss. We wanted 5 more minutes.
Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves. She was I'd have had 1,000 tales. Well, master, you're in luck, 'cause up your sleeve you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, yahoo, and how. So all you gotta do is rub that lamp. And I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. No, no, no.
Hope your heart ain't hurting anymore. Tell on, figure it out. If you don't miss you out, 'cause I hope you're happy now.
So we had so many fabulous musicians, but we also had just so many favorites. I think each of us has some favorites among us.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you guys to share. What do you think?
Sure. I mean, it's definitely hard to pick a favorite, but one of my favorites was Justin Willman, the magician, who did this fabulous trick with a jar of candy.
I'd love to see if you can tell me how many M&Ms are in my jar. So take a sip of your stargazing.
Okay, I'll take a sip of my stargazing.
And I'll take a sip of mine. So we're both drinking the same wine.
Okay.
There's got to be something there, you know, some sort of a connection.
Yes.
Two people
Yes,
drinking the
mine
same
melt.
wine, although they're not in the same place. How many M&Ms would you say are in the jar?
Oh, that's so hard. I'm really bad, as my husband would say, with spatial awareness, but
Give me a specific number.
153, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly right.
That's exactly
How
right.
did you know
Wow.
that? I'm not kidding. That is exactly right. I mean, I don't know how much time we have, okay? But I will count them. You said 153, so that's one. Right here, I'll count them into the lid. 1, 2, 3. Is that a boring live stream?
Oh my gosh.
I wrote the answer in the lid. I wouldn't make it wait all that time. 153.
Wait, no, you didn't. Are you being serious
153.
right now?
I can't tell if it's mirroring it on the Instagram, but yeah.
How did you do that?
How did you? You did it. We're drinking the same wine.
That's amazing.
You're amazing. How did you do that? That's amazing.
Yeah,
By the way, how did he do that?
I don't know, that blew my mind. That was insane.
I was watching you on the clip and you're just like, how did that
How
happen?
did he do it? Oh,
That was fun.
that was so fun. I don't know. What was your favorite moment, Jeff?
You know, for me, it was Sherry's song. I actually, we did 2 shows with Sherry. She's just an amazing person. I got to meet her in between the 2 shows, which was even more incredible. But to have her on and then to watch her fans and just the genuine relationships that she has with them coming from the show, The Fosters, for me, it was, Sherry's song.
I am still cooking every single day, even while in quarantine by myself.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I'm cooking oatmeal and having wine for dinner, and that's it. But I'm cooking. I am cooking. And the best part of the cooking up here when I'm by myself is that you should see the horror show that is the dishwasher and how it's loaded. Yes, Kamar. If you only knew that I can scrape the pans, I just throw them in and just hope for the best, baby.
So I take it you and your husband are just like my wife and we battle over the dishwasher. Is that
Who's me in that equation? Who's me?
You're my wife for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry
'Cause
about that.
I'm the cook. So I have this I don't know. It's one of my probably traits that I need to let go of is I have to have every plate literally swept clean, properly organized, And
no, Jeff, no.
I know. I need to let
You know,
it
I buy the good pellets, the ones that promise all that extra power, and you don't have to like even take the 5 layers of salmon skin off. You just put it in.
No, yeah, just throw it in. I've
The
seen
fairies
it.
get it while they're in there.
I don't know if I can even let it go if I did. I'm not.
Just have more of this, and everything is fine.
I tell you. And can I just say for everybody who just watched that clip, we're glad you changed hairdressers.
That was definitely the middle of the pandemic, and I needed professional help. I'll just put it that way for sure. But how about you, Catherine? You had so many great guests. Who was your favorite?
I'd say it has to be Maura. So Catherine O'Hara from Schitt's Creek. They were just so wonderful, and I had so much fun with them. And we have a clip.
Might your character describe this wine?
Well, the deep blue blackberry of my favorite Pinot from Bocalwall, from Walbach, from Walla Hollaback, from
That's nice.
That's it.
That was yes.
And by the way, that's partly why that show is so good. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the Catherine O'Hara is just so fabulous at what she does, but it's also they really enjoyed each other.
You could tell.
You saw it. Yeah.
Mhm.
They were just really enjoying what she was doing.
They were.
You could tell that there was like a joke that probably happened, and Annie's just burying her head in her hands, and it was really that was a special show.
That was so special.
Really loved it.
I have to say one of my favorites was also another comedian when Martin Short was teaching you how he likes to warm up for his performances. And I think we have a clip of that too.
Would be helpful. It certainly would be helpful to me, but I actually think for other people too, if you would lead me through maybe some kind of warm-up exercise that you do before you are out in public.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely, first of all, for a fee, but for you, I'll waive it.
Oh, thank you.
One thing is, go like this, squeeze your cheeks like that, and go. Okay, now what you're doing is that your vocal cords are going like that, so that warms up your vocal cords.
Whoa!
Like whenever you do a Broadway show, you see singers and all people in the ensemble. They're all just walking. But it's easier to squeeze. You develop it so that you don't need to squeeze. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great one. And then.
Whoa. What
Now that sounds like that you were just trying to let someone know you were having a stroke. I think it's going to be.
That sounds like a dog to me.
Well, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now, another good thing, and it gets into it stimulates your soul really, to try to impersonate a crow.
Oh, really?
Go ahead. It's a baby crow. It's pretty good. How about a cricket?
Okay, a cricket. I can't do a cricket. Are you kidding? I can't do that.
Well, if you can go, and then you create your cricket. These are the things I want you to work on, Catherine. Talk about wine.
Oh my gosh!
It was at the cricket when I knew he was putting me on.
That's when you knew he was putting you on.
I honestly, I didn't pick it up.
You were a huge sport for doing that.
I
That
know.
was a lot of fun.
Cheers to you. That was so good.
So good. Okay, Jennifer, I have to say, Matt Bomer, when he was complimenting you, is one of my favorite clips.
I was quite flattered, I'll say. One of my friends, who's a huge fan of yours, is also tuning in. His name is Carlos, and he just wrote, Jen was on a TV show once, and So, little known fact, I was a child actress and I was on a show called Walker, Texas Ranger a long time ago. If you ever saw that.
Yes, of course. I grew up in
Yeah.
Texas, or half in Texas.
Yes,
so
I
that
saw
was
that.
huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
I grew up in Dallas also. I was only in one episode, but it was the season finale. And so I get residual checks, like every year for whatever,
best.
$2.
Well, that's the best part about doing a network show, or those residual checks. It just keeps coming back to help you out when you need it. But I believe it. I mean, I don't mean to objectify, but you're beautiful. I can completely see you on screen.
Well, that's really nice. Speaking from one of the most handsome men in the world. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Smoke and mirrors, but
I was really blushing there, guys. I was really blushing.
Yeah. By the way, she made us all like bow down to her for days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh gosh, no, I was just so embarrassed, but that was really incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, speaking of really funny moments and potentially embarrassing, Jeff, watching you smudge our new tasting room for Walt in the Oxbow was incredible.
I gotta say that was a first for me, and I'm happy that we have it on video.
You're going to go around the space going, I'm just getting rid of energetic cobwebs. I'm getting rid of lack of balance. I'm getting rid of fear of no customers. I'm getting rid of fear of disease. I'm getting fear of, and just pushing it in nooks and crannies and above your head and below your head. Yeah, smudge, smudge, smudge. You're going around.
So I've just smudged this area, then I could, come back here.
Wander around.
Right? I'm in a. Is this okay?
Yes,
And
that is
then
perfect.
I'm coming over here to the corner of our room, and I just feather. Is that right?
Perfect. Exactly right. You're
Really
a
nice,
natural,
by the way.
natural born smudger, Jeff.
Okay.
And now we're going to go clockwise as much as you can,
Okay.
and with positive. And what I would say is something that makes noise. I often use a chime or a bell. What do you have that can make a little bit of noise?
So we cheers.
Nothing better for a winery.
So what I'm doing right now is trying to bring in the exciting energy of people together, knocking their glasses together.
So now you're going to go around and think about people laughing, people drinking, happy people, safe people, comforted people. Yes, dance along with it. You could bring in color, the color of a beautiful grape, the color
We have
of
colors for every appellation. We have green and blue here, and red and yellow, and other colors. our
color
labels
of the
are very
rainbow.
colorful.
So you're pulling it in, you're pulling it into the space.
Oh, can I just say on behalf of us all, thank you for pulling it into the space.
You really pulled it into the space. Good job.
The people did come. We do have people at our tasting rooms. I think I need to take a
Jeff
moment.
is laughing so hard that he's crying.
I've got to say, though, for me, probably the highlight of 2 years, one of my favorite people on television was Tina Fey.
Oh.
And having Tina Fey with you was just an incredible moment. And the fact that she kept the tree up and just kept using it for different celebrations. I think we still have that clip.
We do.
I don't think I've ever full tilt broken on the. I would have only been on the weekend update, and I don't think I ever have, and maybe the internet will prove me wrong. But the thing that's so great about it, when it happens for real, because people obviously, the actors, they don't want to do it. They are trying to hold it together, but when it happens genuinely, it's so joyful. It reminds you that the show is live. You feel this incredible connection. You feel like you're part of something really special. The one that I remember seeing from the outside, I wasn't in the sketch, but the famous one from my time there was Debbie Downer with Lindsay Lohan, where Rachel Dratch would play Debbie Downer. And do you remember that character who was like always just had bad?
I totally remember it. She's awesome. Yeah.
And my friend Paula Pell and Rachel Dratch used to write those together, and they lost it. Like the sketch was going great, and then they lost it because it was so funny. And it really took them like, I remember I think Horatio Sands they were having breakfast in the scene. It did like a Disney World breakfast, and I think he puts like pancakes over his face to cover how much he's laughing. And it really is one of the greatest moments of live TV I've ever been a part of.
That was great.
Oh, it was so great, special. We have had so many wonderful memories among the three of us and with you, everybody. Thank you so much for having been a part of all of this. So, if you missed any of these, check us out. We have a link on our website that you can go to and see any of the back episodes, or you can check out our YouTube channel. And from all of us, thank you so much for being a part of our happy hours this year. Holidays are still coming up. We've got gift sets available at the winery, and they're beautiful and lots of choices. So check those out online. And from all of us, from Jeff, from Jennifer, from me, we wish you happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and a very safe and prosperous and happy New Year.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
Cheers.